I keep telling myself I should go, but every time I reach the door, something in the silence calls me back to you. Maybe leaving was never something I knew how to do. Maybe I stayed too long to know the difference anymore. The candles burned down to nothing on the table we once shared, and I memorized the way you breathe like a prayer I still have cared. I traced the ghost of your hand in mine beneath the bedroom light. Told myself 1,000 times to go, but I stayed one more night. 'Cause leaving you felt colder than the silence we'd been fighting. So I stayed too long in a love I couldn't name. I stayed too long in the warmth of all your pain. Every door I tried to open led me back again, back to your arms, back to your rain. I stayed too long, and darling, I'd stay again. Moonlight drew your portrait on the curtains every night, and I learned to fall asleep to shadows dancing in the light. I wrote your name in margins of the books I used to read, convinced myself that loving you was all I'd ever need. But love without a future is a garden full of beautiful dying things. I watch the seasons change outside the window of our room. I counted every scar we left, like craters on the moon. You said my name like music when the rest of me felt noise and silence. In your absence stole the very last of my voice. So I lingered in the echo, 'cause the echo still held you. I stayed too long in a love I couldn't name. I stayed too long in the warmth of all your pain. Every door I tried to open led me back again, back to your arms, back to your rain. I stayed too long, and darling, I'd stay again. And darling, I'd stay again. There's a photograph still sitting on the shelf beside the door of the version of us laughing like we knew what love was for. I still remember summer nights when nothing else was real, just your voice, just the scars, just this unbearable thing I feel. And time has never healed a wound it never understood. I tried to pack my memories in boxes shelf by shelf, but every memory of you just kept unpacking itself. The way you held your coffee cup, the way you looked at rain, the way you turned to face me like I was the whole refrain of a song that never ended, only learned to ache more beautifully. Maybe love isn't leaving when the fire starts to dim. Maybe staying is the bravest, most impossible hymn. I wasn't weak for staying, I was full, I was consumed. I was standing in a burning house and calling it a room. And even now in all the quiet of the life I've tried to build, there's a door inside my chest that only you have ever been. I stayed too long, but God, it felt like home. I stayed too long, too in love to be alone. Every wall I built came crashing when you spoke my name. I'd walk through every heartbreak just to feel that flame. I stayed too long, and I would do it all again. I stayed too long, and I would do it all again. They say you should know when to walk away, but no one tells you what to do. When every step away just leads you back to the the same pair of eyes, the same soft voice, the same feeling that nowhere else has ever felt this much like home. So yes, I stayed too long. And some nights, in the quiet, I'd give anything to stay just a little longer. Mm.